Hundreds of men dig the trenches. Muhammad is also digging. Stones are piled up on the Medinan side. The trench is dug for 6 days. There is a sighting of the Quraysh army advancing.
Halt! It's time to feed the animals and rest. I can see from here the Muslims are outside the battlements. That is great news. It makes our advance much simpler and easier. It won't take much to overrun them. Stop! We have been tricked. They've dug a trench. It's too wide to cross.
Muslim archers line the Yathrib side. They send a shower of arrows once the Quraysh are in the striking distance.
We need the help of our fellow Jews, Huyeh. If they came, the Muslims could be attacked on 2 sides at once.
I'll go immediately. I'm sure the Bani Qurayza will fight with us. Ka'ab, let me in. It's Huyeh. I have an urgent request.
Huyeh? I know what you want from us. We can't help you. We have a pact with Muhammad. I won't break it.
Let me in. We can discuss it. We have a contingent of 10,000 men. We won't tolerate Muhammad and the Muslims' attacks on us anymore. This time we'll root him out and finish this foul religion. We'll defeat them. Why did you make an agreement with Muhammad?
They insisted. They want to rule over us. They're very powerful.
So you've been pressured into an agreement. Let me see the pact you've signed with Muhammad.
It's true, the Muslims have pressured us into agreements that suit them. We had no choice. They're too powerful and vicious. If your army is strong enough, we might just be able to turn them back for good. This is the pact we made with Muhammad. Read it, then I'll renounce it.
Huyeh reads the document, then tears it in 2. The Quraysh look for ways to cross the trench. Umar goes to Muhammad's tent and tells him the news that the pact has been broken.
Excuse me, messenger of God. I have bad news. The Bani Qurayza have broken their treaty and are now at war with us.
That's a disaster. We made a pact. How dare they? I need a man. Zubayr, go and talk to the Qurayza. Hurry. Find out what is true and what they intend to do. Go.
Do you realise what you're doing? Have you forgotten what Muhammad did? You are sealing your fate if you renounce this pact.
Muhammad could be no match for the thousands of men who are about to attack him. We want our freedom from the Muslims. There is no pact now. Who is Muhammad anyway? Just a soldier, a warlord, nothing more. Muhammad, it's useless. The pact is broken. I have word that they plan a night raid in the centre of Yathrib. We must send more men to patrol immediately.
We will be victorious, Muslims. Allah Akbar. Those who reject Islam must be killed. If they turn back from Islam, take them and kill them wherever you find them.
A couple of horsemen try to leap the trench at the part that is barely guarded. The horses stumble. One gets across and there is a fight. The rider is stabbed and killed. Another falls into the trench. He is set upon and stoned. The Quraysh keep trying to find weak points. The siege carries on for nearly 2 weeks, exhausting all fighters. There is bickering among the Jews and the Quraysh. There is a great sandstorm and a wind that blows down the tents of the Quraysh. Muhammad wanders among the men. They are cold and hungry and dispirited. In the morning, Abu Sufyan is mounted on his camel and calls out,
Men, our horses and camels are dying. We have nothing to eat. The Bani Qurayza have betrayed us. These storms beat us down. It is time to return home. Leave if you want to. It's over. I'm going.
The army makes its way back to Mecca. A rider approaches Muhammad.
Messenger of God, they've gone. The plains are deserted.
Sit here, next to me. We'll praise Allah and pray.
After the battle of the trenches, the Muslims pursue their attackers. The next day, Muhammad is dressed in a turban that is ornately decorated with gold and silver brocade.
Muhammad, we don't have much daylight left.
Men, today there will be no afternoon prayer until we reach the enemy territory. The Bani Qurayza have broken their treaty with us, so we must now confront them. Ali, you will carry the banner.
Ka'ab is speaking with the Bani Qurayza.
These are dark days for us. Many of us have heard that Muhammad is a prophet. It might be true. We could join the Muslims. We could be spared.
We should never have broken our pact with Muhammad. We were fools. The Muslims want us to pay a tax. We should pay it. Perhaps he won't even accept that now.
I won't pay Muhammad any taxes, never. I would rather be killed than to pay tribute to the Arabs. I won't submit to them. We won't submit. Hold up the Torah and hold on to your faith.
He's right. Don't betray the Torah. We must be strong. We'll keep our faith in God.
The next day, the Bani Qurayza open the gates to the fortress, and Muhammad and the Muslims enter. Some men from the Aus come to Muhammad.
Prophet, whatever you have planned for these people, please show them some leniency.
Very touching. I have an idea. Will it satisfy you if one of your men pronounces judgment on these people?
That would be a fair solution.
Bring someone here then. What about that man?
His name is Saad. Come here, Saad.
Give us your wisdom, Saad. What shall we do with these people?
If the Jews of the Bani Nadir had been put to death instead of being exiled, the army that invaded Medina would have been halved. I have no doubt what should be done. These Jews have been treacherous. I say, show no leniency.
Go on.
Saad, you're too severe. Think about it. It's not right.
I know I could be blamed for being too harsh. I'm a dying man. I've decided this is fair justice. Jewish law has instructed me. If they refuse to make peace and engage you in battle, lay siege to that city. When the Lord your God delivers it into your hand, put to the sword all the men in it. As for the women, children, the livestock, and everything else in the city, you may take these as plunder for yourselves. My judgment is that the men should be slain, the women and children be made slaves, and the property divided up.
Saad, that is a judgment of God. You are very wise. Men, do what he says. Tie up all the men. Separate them from the women and children. They will all go on the far side of the camp and be taken to the city later. I want all the valuables brought out from the houses. Bring all the armour, all the weapons, all the silver and the garments. Pour out all the wine. The men have until the morning to live.
The Jewish men sit together and recite the Torah. There are over 700 men. The women and children are crying, some screaming as they are led to the city. In the morning, Muhammad's men are digging long trenches.
Ali, once the trenches are finished, bring the men here in groups of 20. Bring them over to a trench. That will be their grave. Zubayr, bring the sword down swiftly. Just one blow will do it.
The men are brought out all day, some quietly, some struggling and shouting.
We are sons of Israel. It seems like God himself has decided to punish us. Where are you, God?
He is pushed down and beheaded. As it becomes darker, the executions are still going on. Torches are lit. The pile of headless bodies is massive and horrific.
Muhammad, it's been a full day's work.
Yes, and today things are going well.
Finally, there is one old man left, Zabir. He has been kept with the women. The women are crying.
Be quiet. It's not the first time we've been taken captive and persecuted. Show some strength. It's too late now to doubt. If we are to die, we've got to cling to God. Only then can we have the chance of being together in eternity.
Why weren't we strong enough to defeat these animals? What happened to the protection of our soldiers? We are all dead, dead.
Well, Zabir, here you are, the last of your men. Because you showed mercy to one of us in the civil wars, I've been given permission from Muhammad to let you live. We'll take your possessions, but spare your life.
You've taken my wife and children. What good is my life? I don't care about my possessions. Just kill me.
I want to give you something, Zabir. What if I arrange for you to be with your family?
I'll have nothing to look after them with. I'll be useless.
I'll see to it you have some things to live on.
Every man in my tribe has been beheaded by Muhammad. How do you expect me to live as the only man left alive? I'll go completely mad. Kill me. There's nothing to live for except defeat.
Fine, as you wish. You will die too. Perhaps, as some consolation, I'll have your wife and children freed.
He is led out to be slaughtered.